Hey, bud.
Found the valve, I believe.
You did?
Yep, but it's way down on the corner down there.
Ah, so what does that mean?
So, I mean,
Hello, how are you?
technically you're responsible from the curb stop to the house.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna talk to Ellen and see, 'cause that's a long run, and especially if we're digging up the road.
Ah,
So,
thank you.
I'll talk to Ellen, but I just want to listen on this just to be
sure.
Because that narrows it down from here to there, or from there to the main.
Ah,
so,
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm Craig. I was the one who left you the message.
Hey,
earlier.
Craig. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, how are you?
Good.
This is Matt.
So where's the water come? Does it come in the lawn or comes in this way, do you think?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So I looks like the pipe is going that way. I
Yeah.
doubt it goes this way. It looks like it's going that way.
It goes this way.
I see you always fixing the road.
That's right.
You want to come in and take a look yourself, or?
The floor, right under these steps.
That's what I was
Right
so
in
it
there
is
goes
quiet, so it's from here to there.
Ah,
So,
it's what now?
it's from the house to the curb stop. It's
the-
quiet now, so
So yeah.
I'll turn it back on so you got water back on. So
Okay, so you're saying it's my responsibility then?
Yep. But like I said, I'm gonna talk to Ellen and see what she thinks.
Oh,
'cause,
we're gonna dig. We'll probably dig it anyways.
yeah,
and-
especially if it's in the road.
Yeah, we'll dig it, and then they can figure out. Ellen can figure out if they're gonna bill you, or if we're gonna take care of it, whatever. She can do all that.
Ah, well, thank you.
I mean, we gotta find the problem at some point. So
Ah, so you think that there might be a leakage on the road too, is what you're saying, or?
oh, you said it's between here and
Yeah.
down
Who
there.
knows where it is? I mean, it could
Yeah,
be.
then-
It could be leaking right here. It could be leaking right at the curb stop.
There is a
We
wet
don't-
spot out here in the road.
That's what I noticed.
But sometimes,
it's mud season. So.
well, that and sometimes the water follows that sewer line down and it creates a mud hole right
see,
there.
there's a puddle on the other side of these bushes.
Yeah, I was gonna point
And
that out.
and it's going into their lawn.
Yeah,
and that
so-
was like moving, but
I never saw that. That's my mulch pile right there. So I was throwing my rabbit hay on the other side of that thing, and I seen that this guy was developing looked like a pond,
yeah.
and it looked like it was coming out of that area right there. So
Yeah.
my guess is we might have a few leaks if it's not out by the road only. You know,
Yeah,
if there's one over here, that's one thing, but it looks
Right.
like it might be by the road though.
yeah. So we'll figure it out.
Ah,
We'll
great.
keep you in touch.
Well, thank you.
It's not something we're gonna do tonight, but
Yeah. So
we'll get it figured out.
you think it's gonna be frozen, or you could dig
We'll
it by
be able to
now?
dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I saw this one. Yeah. I mean, it is mud season, so.
Yeah, all of that snow down and comes out wherever.
Yeah.
So the water ends right here, though.
Yeah. The last.
Last house on the street.
Yep.
So what do you think it might be leaking on the road then?
Yeah. Your guess is as good as mine. Not until either it surfaces or we can get the listener on it, but that's not on dirt. It's pretty tough.
So did you find the curb stop?
Yeah.
Yep.
Down to the front lawn down there. On the edge of the road.
Ah, I see.
Down by the pickups. Or behind the pickups.
Yeah, the taxes are pretty high here, so hopefully they'll do something, you know.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
They're in partner. The town is in partnership with EverSource, so they got nothing but money.
Right. Yeah. No, like I said, we'll figure it out. I mean, it's not normal to have a curb stop that far from a house. Usually
right.
like in front lawn or in the right of way.
Yes, sir.
So we'll figure it out.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys coming so late at night.
No,
so.
no problem. And I called Justin as soon as I got your message this morning. I called him. He was in Nashua.
Ah.
He said, I don't know if he called you right off.
Yeah, and then I just got your message. I
Yeah.
didn't hear you call the first time, but
Yeah, I called
I-
earlier to say he was going to check it out.
Uh-huh.
And then he called me and said, where's the curb stop down there? So
Yeah.
I came in and got my tablet. We had all the water lines and curb stops on a tablet. So we found it, and we'll investigate, and
Oh, well,
we'll keep
great.
in
Well,
touch.
thank you. I appreciate it, sir.
All right.
All right.
You have a good night.
You too. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Well, that and sometimes the water follows that sewer line down and it creates a mud hole right
See,
there.
there's a puddle on the other side of these bushes.
Yeah, I was gonna point
and
that
it's,
out.
and it's going into their lawn.
Yeah,
and that
so-
was like moving, but
I never saw. I was gonna point
and
that
it's
out.
and it's going into their lawn.
Yeah,
and that
so-
was like moving, but.
Okay, so you're saying it's my responsibility then?
Yeah, but I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna talk to Ellen and see what she thinks.
Oh, we're gonna dig. We'll probably dig
The road.
Yeah, we'll dig it, and then they can figure out.
It could be leaking right at the curb stop.
There is a wet here in the road.
That's what I noticed.
But sometimes
it's mud season. Right at the curb stop.
there is a wet here in the road.
That's what I noticed.
But sometimes
it's mud season.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit higher, right?
Should be. We fixed 2 holes.
Well, great. I got a water pressure valve that I got from the plumbing supply, but it's not working right, so I can't check it with the gauge. So
The actual pressure.
yeah,
Yeah.
it should be 60 or something, right?
Yes.
Not up here, probably not.
It might be static pressure about 60.
You think?
So more like 50.
This is so high compared to the water tank that it's not ideal.
Yeah, so it was at like 28, so it should go up a little bit, I would imagine. So, but thank you for doing that. I'm just a little concerned with how old the pipe is. How often did the things go around here, do you think?
We only repair about 3 a year, so not very often.
So do you think that this is going to go sooner or later? It's just inevitable, or sometimes they don't?
Oh yeah, sooner or later it's gonna go. It's gonna leak.
And so you guys are only authorized to do up to here, and that's it?
Yeah, they just wanted us to fix the leak. So. Yeah, because if the whole line gets replaced, we wouldn't come up through here. We'd go right up the edge of the road.
And then come in the front of your house.
You will come up the front of the house.
Come in the front of the house, out edge of your driveway, and then down Cheshire Road.
So that would be you guys, though. It wouldn't be a private plumbing group, right?
It could be. It could be a private company to do it.
But yeah, I pay so much in taxes. You would think that you guys would handle every year, every 3 months, I get a big water bill. So
Yeah. So the way it is, the way the ordinance is, the homeowner's responsible from the curb stop to the house.
okay, so where's the curb stop? Would you say?
Is down there. But they wanted us to fix it just because it's been leaking and they're concerned about losing water. So we have to report all that to the state, to DES. So if we have a leak, they want to know how much we have to pump versus how much water is sold. And then you have a loss rate. You have to be within a certain percentage.
Yeah, so I really don't think that we should be responsible for the water pipe going all the way down the road, though. I think that that's a little. I could see to the.
That would be something for the selectmen.
I can see to the property line. That's the curb. The property line is usually the curb, right?
Yeah, well, usually that's the way it is. This was just done so long ago that was before they did any of this.
Yeah, I would think that you guys would want to run a new line at some point. How do they get their water up there? Are they well or something?
Yeah, they're on private wells.
They're on a private well, huh? So at some point, are you guys going to want to put a new line in? I'm sure you don't want to go through this again, right?
Oh, no, eventually, yeah, it's going to need to be done.
Eventually, you're going to have to put it on the road, huh?
Yeah.
So what's the selectman's name?
Either Gina, Kate, Earl Nelson, or Jane Pitt.
Earl Nelson, Gina, Haight.
Pete.
And what's the last one?
Jane Pitt.
So where do they get their water from?
They're off the system.
They're off this line too?
No, they're off a separate line that's by my truck. It's tapped off the main and goes straight in.
And then it continues this way and wraps through the yard like this, huh? Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of like what all the taxes and the water bills are for, so that you guys can kind of bring the water to the house, and then I guess from the curb.
So it's so they can bring it to the water, the property line.
Right, so very good. All right, well, thank you for doing that much. I appreciate that. All right. I thought I could do this myself, but not according to my mom.
Yeah, I would. Do you know how to solder?
A little bit. So
A little bit is a
is
little scary. It might not be
I've
enough.
right. I've basically soldered together 2 pipes that weren't for water, just for separate, just like
Yeah.
in my hand, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I got a few fittings and a few copper pipes that I cut, and I was just practicing soldering them on the ground.
Sure.
They weren't in the house or anything, so.
Uh-huh. Yeah. This probably isn't a job to do yourself, unless you were real comfortable with it all.
Hello, hi, Justin. It's fine.
I've been here before. Years ago.
Really?
I worked for another company.
Hey, buddy, how
And
are
it was
you?
him. I met him before
Yeah,
a long time
how you
ago.
been?
Good, you?
Good, thank
What
you.
was your first name again?
John.
John. Nice to see you.
Oh, well, it's good.
Yeah, I pulled up and I'm like, oh, I've been here before. I don't remember what I did or just
I was
looked at
gonna say,
something
what did
maybe,
you
but
do? I don't remember.
yeah, I worked for another plumbing company before I was on my own.
Ah, nice to
Okay.
see you.
See ya.
You always have cool logos.
Oh, good.
The other
Well,
one
that's
was
on his van.
it was Bob Arayas you worked
Bob,
with, right?
yeah.
And he had like a guy holding like a cartoon character holding like a
Yeah, he had a guy that looked like him.
a
Yeah.
pipe or something.
Yeah.
Oh, well, look at his.
I like this logo better. Is that
Oh,
you
thanks.
or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look outside, out front.
Yeah, that is cool, Justin. So is that your whole fleet look like that or?
No, I have a couple old things. I have that and like an old ice cream truck style.
Ah,
thing.
cool.
I used to be a mechanic, so I like to build fun things.
Oh, you built that, huh?
Yeah, just working on it and tinkering and customize it.
Oh, that's not a hearse then.
It is a hearse, yeah.
Ah.
But it's good for holding all your.
Yeah, it holds a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it just give me an excuse to drive fun things all day.
What's that?
Where's the light?
It's fine. I got plenty of flashlights and stuff. It's not a big deal.
It was over the sink and the washers, and that's kind of a hazard in the fall, so I had to remove it and put a better one up.
What are you doing with this?
Justin,
Yes, sir.
here you go, bud.
Oh, sir. Thanks. What are you doing with this? The boiler water here.
I was flushing it because the pipes that they installed were producing brown and then black water. It was some residue inside the pipe when they installed the new heaters upstairs. So
Where were you getting the black water? Where were you seeing it?
when we flushed out the pipe, it was coming out like mud. So I flushed the pipes until it came out clear.
Okay. I mean, it'll get like that over time. The boiler water's dirty, so that's not abnormal.
So are you still flushing it now?
No, I just forgot to take it down, so
Okay.
it's clear now. So the
Yeah.
last time I did it was clear.
It'll stay like that for a little while, but it will get dirty.
Well,
And
they-
it's separate water from your water going to your faucets. So you
Yeah.
don't have to think about that either. Let's see. I think because the pressure is so low in the house overall,
Yeah.
So it's not clogged up.
Well, thank you for checking those anyway. I appreciate that.
Yeah, this valve, I feel like wasn't really turning off.
And we kept that in the middle, and that seemed to have the best effect, not all the way on.
Oh, that's
for some
interesting.
reason.
Yeah, so I think we should probably swap that valve out then, because it when I turned it on off, I was still getting a lot of pressure here too. So that there's probably something going on with that then. Now that you say that you had to put it in the middle to get the best,
Yeah.
because you shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
So.
Hey, John, how are you?
Well, hey there. Look at this, a family reunion.
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Excellent.
So what's going on is the water heater sprung a leak the other night.
The big one or
The one in the back.
The one?
Oh yeah, the one in the back. Yeah, can't be the one in the front. So I disconnected the thermostat wire, drained it down, and the electric water heater is fine.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So.
Yeah, the hot water wasn't quite hot enough. I put a new element in the tempering valve and got 120, almost 121 at the tap, which I think is fine.
Yes.
Good now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Even for 3 people, it would be fine.
yeah, I mean,
It would be good.
yeah. I mean, how was it before you turned the heat on? Or
Today?
switched the boiler over?
It
No.
wasn't hot enough.
No.
No. Oh, so it never has been hot enough since you've
Right,
been
right.
Yeah, no, let me know, believe me.
No,
Let me know.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and before you go up,
So it never has been hot enough since you're right, yeah, no.
Where what is?
Where the pin is over here?
No, I do not know where the pin is.
Was there ever a pin here? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, what they told me is this is state wetlands over here.
It can be whatever it is. It's still my property.
It's still your property. Okay, because I should have introduced myself when we moved in.
You should have, but that's fine. That's why in COVID life is COVID life. That's why I'm standing over here, you know, and it's been...
Excellent.
It's nice to meet you, though, finally.
Yeah, so...
You don't have a pin over here, you're saying? There's no sort of pin you've ever seen?
There was a flag. There's an orange flag that was there.
Yeah, where is that? Can you show me?
Yeah, sure. There was a flag. There's an orange flag that was there.
Yeah, where is that? Can you show me?
Yeah, sure.
Because not only does it abut you to this here, it also abuts to the west, this neighbor.
Okay, so you see that yellow flag there?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I put that there to identify where I saw the orange flag. Do you see
but
it?
there was a pin here previous, you're saying?
I don't know about a pin, it was a stake.
Correct, with
And
an orange flag on the top of it.
Yeah, so you're the one who put those in, huh?
When they bought the house over, a surveyor did that.
When they bought the house over, a surveyor did that.
Yeah, so you're the one who put those in, huh?
When they bought the house over, a surveyor did that. A
surveyor did that. Okay.
I also have one if you go this way. I have one that way. I have one there.
Because I'm a little
Here.
surprised because what they said was this was the Ryan's property.
This side right here is.
They said, yeah, it's the Ryan's property.
So mine goes like this. This is the Ryan's. Correct.
Okay, so you own all this behind here, this wetlands area
I
here.
know this whole triangle chunk behind you. I do.
Okay.
I do. It goes actually a diagonal like that.
Okay, so have you ever heard of what's called a drainage easement?
I've heard of all sorts of my kids yelling about. I do. I've done construction. I have easements and properties and whatnot. That's why actually we have a fellow named Kevin that comes over here and takes pictures every 6 months.
Easements and properties and whatnot, that's why actually we have a fellow named Kevin that comes over here and takes pictures every 6 months. Easements and properties and whatnot, that's why actually we have a fellow named Kevin that comes over here and takes pictures every 6 months.
Easements and properties and whatnot, that's why actually we have a fellow named Kevin that comes over here and takes pictures every 6 months.
Right, so basically what happened is that whoever owned this house before, they didn't know anything about drainage, and so this was rotting into the ground.
She was very elderly. She was an older woman.
Oh, you know Nina, huh?
I knew her.
Okay, great.
When Tommy, that I bought the house from, they moved down south.
When Tommy, that I bought the house from, they moved down south.
When Tommy, that I bought the house from, they moved down south. I met her and she was just in her house. Well, hi, nice to meet you. We're the new people, and then she passed away.
And then she passed away. And then she passed away.
She was just in her house. Well, hi, nice to meet you. We're the new people, and then she passed away. So, and we didn't really.
Yeah, so like
Did you know her? Did you happen to know her?
No, I just bought the house from a real estate agent. So she might have been a little bit crazy. So there was a problem with the drainage. So I had to move a lot of the soil. And I put it back a little bit back there, as you could see.
I have. I've been noticing, man. It's not like I'm not. I noticed.
Yeah, so what I was
asked, is it a road? Is that what it was? Is it eroded a lot? Why you got rid of some stuff, or just kind of why you were? Why were you moving it? It was just.
Yeah, the dirt was causing drainage problems for here. That was some of it, and then I kind of got used to doing that.
Yeah.
If you want to take a look real quick, what I tried to do is direct the water away from your property.
Correct.
So do you see how this is all cut out?
Yeah. I've never actually even looked at. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so what I did is all the water that's coming off this driveway.
Now you're fixing it that way.
Yeah, do you see how the crazy people who did the driveway directed the water so it goes right to the base of my house? Like if you,
What it is.
Yeah, do you see how the crazy people who did the driveway directed the water so it goes right to the base of my house?
What it is the state guys just grade it every year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just grade it and they.
But do you see the driveway's angled toward
pitch down
here.
in. I agree.
So what you need to do is build up a wall here and then have it that way. So my basement was flooding.
Was it?
Yeah. So I called up some guy who said, "Go ahead and get an excavator, knocked on all this, and just have your yard graded into your yard."
Yeah, don't do
and
that.
So you wouldn't like that very much.
No.
And so to look out for us both, sir. What I did
also not to do that because if you go all the way up, we 7 years ago. Hold on, my kid's yelling.
Okay.
We put probably 4 30-yarders worth of stuff there. We 7 years ago. Hold on, my kid's yelling.
Okay.
We put probably 4 30-yarders worth of stuff there. We 7 years ago. Hold on, my kid's yelling.
Okay.
We put probably 4 30-yarders worth of stuff there.
We put probably 4 30-yarders worth of stuff there.
It's already eroded and gone.
Huh.
So, you know what I mean? It's Jackson. So, you know what I mean? It's Jackson.
Your name is Josh, right?
It is. Hey, I'm right here. I'll be over in a minute. I just was braking. I figured I'd I just was breaking. I figured I'd say hey too. All right, I'll watch your movie in a second.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I didn't know who you were, and I met a few people over here that all said they were owners. So it's a surprise to see yet another person. Nice to meet you too.
I work nighttime, and I'm up all the time.
All right, cool,
I
cool.
run a company, and I'm dad during the day, so you may hear.
Yeah, you have a great yard. You got all sorts of fun stuff for the kids.
We're trying to actually slowly, progressively build up stuff, you know, and I do have a plan for back there. That's why I figured I'd come over and say,
okay, let me just finish up telling you what I did here.
Sure, yeah.
So what they said is knock down this and just project it there, and I thought whoever's down there is living even more downhill than this, so I don't want to do that. No. So what I dug a canal kind of thing. You watch your step when you go down.
Yep.
And when it rains, it's like a water slide. And I take all the water coming off the street, coming off that driveway, and I kind of cruise it that way. So the majority of that. So what I dug a canal kind of thing. You watch your step when you go down. And when it rains, it's like a water slide. And I take all the water coming off the street, coming off that driveway, and I kind of cruise it that way. So the majority of that dirt that's over there came out of here to kind of just deter the water, because I don't want to direct the water toward your house.
No, not at all.
Because it's, you know how they say shit rolls downhill.
It does.
So we are downhill from everybody.
I
and this
bring
is
that up
huge...
because my whole yard, since the years we've owned it, has eroded so much.
Yeah.
From this, that what's the point of me putting stuff back, and then another 10 years I have to do it, you know? So that's where my yard used to be, and all this used to be higher. And now over there, there's actually some stuff under there where it's just water. It comes from the hill. It's all rock. So it doesn't really stop. In there is all rock. You know, there's the trees, but it just keeps moving. And then it comes to here, technically, and if you look on a map, right there is the end of Robbins Brook. It's actually our neighbor's yard to the right. That's the brook that runs through too.
So I didn't know where to put the dirt. So the people that were here before me were, as you said, elderly. Yes. Right? I never met her.
She was alone actually. I never really saw anyone else that was here. So.
And what they did is they piled all the dirt right here. It was a huge mulch pile that went to hold all.
I know what it was. I actually have pictures of that. I know what you're talking about.
And so that's the drainage thing for the gutters coming out there.
Right.
And so what I did was I knocked all this down to get all the water coming there and put it that way.
Does that work for you better? It's been positive so far.
Well, yeah, for both of us, because it was going that way. If you build up everything here, the water's going to your property.
It does.
So I directed it that way, so you got a little bit of a stream going that way.
If you look right there, I don't want to say it's a sinkhole, but there's an area where from erosion, and it's going to keep happening. You know what I mean? They're just part of. They're just part of it. What's your first name again?
John.
And Josh.
Nice to meet you, Josh.
Hey, you need any help? Harlem Kid or whatever? Just
thanks, Josh. I didn't want to flood you because they were flooding me. It seemed whenever they replane the road, if they don't do it right, I get flooded.
That's part of living at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, so I did not want to do that to you. So I made sure to get it going that way.
I just wanted to come see too. There's nothing here that I can't push with the excavator, man.
Walking up,
you know, and I don't really walk through my woods a lot. I leave it be. You guys have some privacy. You got kids, you know, and that's kind of why I, you know.
Yeah, when I saw the rock.
It's nice to finally meet you, man.
Yeah, it's good to meet you too. When I saw the rock wall there, Josh, I thought that was that's your property line. And
if you follow that wall, actually, it goes all the way through mine, and it meets to another wall back there.
Oh yeah.
where mine connects to their wall. But those aren't the markers anymore. That's just the old.
Okay.
And years ago, 100 years ago, my aunt used to own that house, and her sister. There used to be a house across the street. So we kind of have come back to living here. And,
So what do you think about this? I was just trying
I'm fine with that, man. That's not. It's fine. It's
yeah.
Yeah. You're not hurting anything serious. You're not fucking up the water table. You know what I mean? You're not doing anything that I can't be like, hey, you know, I can move it or whatnot, or when I need to do stuff, it'll be what it is, you know?
Yeah, so just let me know if anything changes in the future, and we'll handle it,
and
you
now
and I.
that life is what it is, we're neighbors, man. If
yeah,
anything goes
you
awry...
just surprised me there, Josh, walking up like that. So
I have a truck mount. I extract carpets, and if you ever have a problem, give me a call. That's serious.
Josh, thank you.
No, for real. If you have a serious problem, I worked for Servpro for 10 years before the job I do now. I know what you're talking about. I know what I've dealt with basements, and I've dealt.
Yeah, it's just it's a huge mess with the drainage here.
The only thing we were thinking about maybe doing to my house is we were thinking about maybe digging out around it, and putting kind of like the same rock you have, kind of there, and then we're gonna put a grate over it so it helped. You know what I mean? That was the only, but. Right now, I don't have that much dough to throw at a contractor to be,
it looks like you got good drainage because it's high around the base of your house and goes out. So
you look at the base of my house like yours. Now there's that much in between where the rock goes to the concrete. That was right up to the windows when we moved in.
Wow.
That shows you how much shit comes down the hill. You
I
know,
know it's just
it's just kind of the
whole street rinses out when it rains. You see the side of it falling down.
And the farm up the hill too. You got that house, then you got the farm. So it all comes down, man.
So how old are your kids, Josh?
3, 14, and 16.
It sounds like you have a whole army of elementary school kids. Sometimes they're so cute. When I listen to them, they're so cute when they're talking.
We're loud.
Time and day, Sunday, 11:29 p.m. Time and day not set. Hey John, my name is Tommy. If you could give me a call back at 603-341. Thank you. Bingo.
Hello, is it Tommy there, please?
This is?
Hello, Tommy, this is John Harwood. You just called and left a message.
Yeah, I actually, I own the house right next door to you, and my tenants have been telling me that you're kind of encroaching on my property with your shed and some landscaping type stuff.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean
to stop and be moved back. Your fence is your property line.
Okay, that sounds good to me. I spoke to Josh 2 days ago. I thought we had a positive conversation. Did he relay that to you, sir?
He did. He said he had spoke with you. I've had the cops out there. The cops agree that you are on my property. I just need all that stuff moved back over to your side of the line.
All right, what are you referring to, sir?
The shed, I guess there's some sort of bridges or patio type thing you've been building out there. the property pin itself looks like it's been moved.
Yeah, where the pin was, the orange pin, it was a place where like a river, I mean not a river, the underground water comes out of the ground there. So slowly that knocked over. And so I put up another thing around the same area to show my mom, because my mom was asking about the property line recently when she came to visit. So I did not touch the pin. It kind of fell over time because that was where all the water comes out from underground into that drainage canal. So you would like what move, sir? And I'll be happy to move it.
Back on your property.
Okay,
You
what?
look right down that fence line, your shed is halfway across that line. At least from what my tenants are telling me and what the cops told me.
Okay, so when I bought this house, that shed was on the house. That was came with the house.
I know that. I know the shed was there. I lived there. But it's not where it used to be. Somehow it's moving further and further onto my property. It looks like you built some stuff out of stone back there. You're dumping other stuff on the other side of the fence. I need all that to cease, or it's going to have to go further.
Okay, I already told you that was cease. So,
well, now it needs to be cleaned up.
Okay, so what specifically would you like moved away, sir? Basically...
Everything you put there.
Everything I put there, okay. Behind the shed, there is a little fort that I kind of nailed up between some rocks. You want me to remove that, correct?
If it's on my property, I want everything of yours off my property.
Okay, so you want me to remove the shed too, is what you're saying?
I want the shed moved so it's completely on your property.
Yeah, so I don't...
How you think you can just use my property? I'm confused by this.
Okay, number one, I didn't know that was your property, sir. When I moved in here, I just basically kind of inherited whatever the person who lived here before had set up. And that included the shed, and that included a mulch pile, a dirt pile, some grassy area where just junk was thrown. So I didn't know that the woods in my backyard basically were your property. I thought that was just wetlands. So I just kind of continued doing whatever Nina had been doing for many years now. So with that being said, there wasn't a problem with Nina, I guess. She had lived here for how many years?
Nina never came on my property. I knew Nina very well.
Okay.
And she never came across the line. She wasn't dumping stuff across the line. She kept it on her property. Your property line is that wooden fence around your yard. That's all you own. So anything beyond that fence is my property.
Okay.
And she never came across the line. She wasn't dumping stuff across the line. She kept it on her property. Your property line is that wooden fence around your yard. That's all you own. So anything beyond that fence is my property.
I just don't understand how you're saying the shed is moving by itself onto your land. I don't understand how that works.
I'm going off what the cops told me and what my tenants are telling me.
Okay, you think
I live in Tennessee.
Okay, so the shed isn't moving, so that's kind of a funny thing to say, that you think a structure is moving onto your side. I do not know what that means. I'll be more than happy.
Told me that if you look straight down the fence line, half of that shed is on the other side of the fence. If you stand at the corner of the fence and look straight down, the shed is on my property.
Well, then
there used to be about 5 pins right there, 5 different pins right there at the corner of that shed, the back corner of it. Because I walked that property and I knew that property and I found everything. And where they were placed, I don't believe they just fell over.
Well, it was a wooden stake. It wasn't a pin. It was
a wooden stake is not the property pin. The property pin is a metal piece of rebar with a yellow cap on it.
Well, I have no idea about that. I never saw that. So, yeah, I'll have to identify that. I'll be more than happy.
Have you ever owned property before?
Excuse me?
Do you not understand how surveying works? Do you have a property map for your land?
No, I do not.
You should have gotten one when you closed on the house. It should have been in your closing documents.
Yeah, she did not
I have a property map for your land and my land and everybody in that area's land because they give them to you.
Okay, well, I never got one, so you're luckier than I am in that regard. So what is your last name again, Tommy? Just so I have at least that?
Lacrosse, Lacroix.
Okay, so there's some bricks that I put on the property line. I'll be happy to take that off. There's a little bridge that I built with my children to kind of show them a little bit about carpentry, and I'll be happy to remove that. And due to a drainage problem, I moved some dirt, but I really don't understand the shed discussion. I don't know about the shed moving. I don't get that. But I really don't understand the shed discussion. I don't know about the shed moving. I don't get that. Huh?
I'm gonna get some pictures of it, and I will make the determination once I see actual photos. Because, like I said, Josh doesn't own the property. I do, and he just feels like you're using that property when you shouldn't be.
Yeah, he
told me we would try to go this route where we would talk like adults before it had to go any further.
Okay.
I appreciate you talking to me.
Excuse me?
I said I appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah, no problem. I think neighbors should get along well, so I didn't know that was your land. I thought it was marshland. I thought it was you understand a lot of water goes through there, right, sir?
Yes, I do.
It's like
I know that there's a little creek back there that fills up. But I own just about a whole acre right there.
Yeah, I thought it was just state wetland. It's like an area where the whole hill drains to. It's like a marshland.
But the people on the other side of you butt up to me. We meet in the middle of those woods behind your house. That is not state-owned land. That is privately owned
Okay,
land.
I understand that now. I didn't think that it was privately owned land. That's why I didn't try to encroach on you or do anything out of spite or on purpose. I just kind of followed what was there ahead of time. The lady kind of had a mulch pile and some crap on where that is now, and I just kind of continued with that process.
Well, I've just closed on my 5th house that I've owned, and every single time I have walked my property and found every single one of my pins, so I know 100% without a shadow of a doubt what I own and what I don't. So I guess we're just two different people, because I like to know what I own, and I don't want to make my neighbors mad by using their property, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it looked to me that it was swampland that was used for a drainage canal. It's kind of like, it looks like a huge drainage thing. And so what happened is that I guess all of the water is draining onto my property, from the Ryan's property, from the city, the Department of Marlboro, the highway department in Marlboro is continuing to replane the dirt road, and quite often that was directing the water right onto my property. So I have a lot of problem with drainage, with water coming into my house and flooding my house. So it's coming off the Ryan's property, it's coming off the street, and I guess a little bit is coming from your land where that water canal is. So the only thing I did was try to change the scope of the land a little bit to make sure that neither your house nor my house will be affected by the water. Did Josh explain that to you?
Sport and all kinds of other stuff. The building is what I have a problem with. If you had to redirect some water to not go through your yard, I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool.
It's building and placing things on my property that I'm not cool with.
Yeah, I'll take out, it's a little bridge. It was a little playground for my kids to learn how to build a little bridge. It's like 2x4s with some deck board on it. I could just rip that out in 2 seconds. So I'm sorry I did that. Like I said, I didn't think that was someone's land. So I'll remove that. But I don't think that the shed has been moving over time. If it had, it would have gone into that canal. I think it was built at the same place it is now. So.
Well, I'm waiting for Josh to get me some pictures. He was working yesterday, so I'll figure it out and we'll go from there.
Like I said, there's a pile of bricks I'll get rid of. The little wooden bridges I'll take out. A pile of gravel I could take out. But concerning that mulch pile and everything, I don't know if you want that there because it kind of deflects the water from going toward your land. I don't know if you want that removed.
Look at it and I'll get back in touch with it.
Okay, it's kind of sending the water. It was the natural high point where they had the mulch pile. So it was kind of like if there's a big rain, it'll make it so the water kind of goes out in the woods more and doesn't rinse onto your property. I think it's a pretty good design, which is why I kind of continued doing that. So I don't know if you want that removed or not. I definitely won't add to that anymore, but it's kind of a good design.
But I gotta run, man. But I'll be in touch with you. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Do you want to call me back after you talk with Josh?
Yeah, I'll give you a call back in the next couple days.
Okay. I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.